up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona beat Rayo Vallecano 3-0 in the final home match of the season, securing second place, extra 7 million euros, and of course a spot and a flight booked to Saudi Arabia in 2025 for the Spanish Super Cup. Overall, I think the scoreline was a bit flattering, but nonetheless, the job was done. That's now 3 games in the past week. We won 2-0, 2-0, 3-0, 9 goals scored, 3 clean sheets, 9 points. Good end, you could say, to the season. Now, the starting line for this match is on the screen right now. It was Ter Stegen in goal, a back 4 of Koundé, Cubarsí, Inigo Martinez, and João Cancelo. Midfield 3 of Roberto, Gundogan, and Fermin Lopez, and our front 3 of Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Raphinha. I think overall, grand scheme of things, we played alright. I would say there was a 20-minute spell from the start of the second half until Pedri scored, where Rayo Vallecano were on top in the sense that they were creating a lot of chances getting in behind. They had the chip shot in the first half that should have been a goal. The Lejeune free header just before halftime that should have been a goal. The Eze shot that was saved by Ter Stegen should have been a goal. Alvaro's chance should have been a goal. The cutback that hit the side netting, that should have been a goal. The 5 clear chances there for Vallecano. Where, to be fair, Barcelona did have a few chances as well, and we ended up scoring 3. I think overall we probably had, I would say, 5. I think Lewandowski should have gotten a brace when he was going through on goal. Decided to go to his stronger right foot instead of just taking it on his left. That was stupid. Fermin Lopez's shot that just was saved by Dimitrievski. Pretty sure there's another chance in there somewhere. So you could say that both teams had 5 decent chances. Barcelona scored 3 of them. Vallecano scored none of them, and that was the reality of the game. I think overall we started the game pretty well, dropped off a little bit in that last 10 minutes where Vallecano had those chances to chip over to Ter Stegen, the Lejeune header. Started off the second half very, very poorly, even though Xavi made a proactive sub, bringing in Christensen for Roberto. Then once he made that triple change of Felix, Pedri, Araujo, we controlled the game a bit better. I don't think Barcelona played poorly, but it looked like Vallecano were, of course, Vallecano right now are still in a relegation battle a little bit, even though it's going to take a miracle for them to be relegated. They're still not officially safe in La Liga. They show a lot more fight, I would say, especially in that 15-20 minute period at the start of the second half. But apart from that, I think Barcelona, played a very professional game in the sense that, they just wanted to go get the win by any means necessary and go home. They weren't prioritizing how we played, how we progressed the ball. They were just solely focusing on getting those 3 points. I would say that, honestly, the Sociedad game, Almeria, this game, you can't really spot the difference in the terms of performances. It's quite clear since the Girona loss, we had to go out there, win these games, get second place. That was the absolute bare minimum. They've done it. We haven't conceded a goal as well. We scored 9 points. I know people are going to, criticize the way we played and the way these wins came about, and I completely understand that. But you know what? The job was there. Look, we're at the end of the season. I'm not here begging for champagne football. We're shite. This season died in January. I just wanted the wins, if I'm being completely honest. And we've done so. So overall, I am, satisfied. I was quite nervous going into this game. Of course, we haven't beat Vallecano in quite some time now. I don't even think Xavi's beaten them as the Barcelona manager. So there was a bit of, worry there at the back of my mind. I did think it was going to be a narrow victory. I think in my match preview yesterday, I predicted a 2-1 Barcelona, so it's 3-0, so it's more comfortable than I suspected, but it could have been, of course, ropey if Vallecano did end up equalizing. But overall, I'm happy. The one thing that really threw me off was Xavi subbing off Raphinha, which I genuinely, to this day, to this moment, cannot believe he's done. I mean, Lamine Yamal I think he started against Sociedad, because he scored, so he did start. He started against Almeria, started against Vallecano tonight. I think he played 90 minutes against Sociedad and Vallecano. I mean, I don't know what Xavi was thinking, keeping Lamine Yamal for yet another full 90 minutes. I think he becomes the youngest player in the club's history to have 50 appearances, beating, I think, Boyan and Pedri. So, I mean, bloody hell, I just don't know where the thinking was from that. Apart from that, I think his subs were good. Starting lineup was, good as well. Apart from if you take away the Lamine Yamal situation, I have no issues with anything that Xavi decided. Of course, Cubarsí playing a lot of minutes lately, but Xavi did sub him off, so there's at least something. But you know what? Overall, I think it was a good performance. But let's talk about some of the stuff behind the scenes as well. Firstly, in regards to Xavi, there is apparently supposed to be a meeting tomorrow with Joan Laporta. Again, we have no idea what's going to happen. Everyone is saying that Xavi is going to get sacked, but until they meet face to face, I don't believe it. I mean, Xavi was supposed to leave, then he ended up staying after, a 2-minute meeting with Laporta. I don't know why Laporta is still butthurt. I mean, you know what the most crazy part is for me is that the stadium today was quite divided in my opinion, because near the end of the game is where you saw. So the beginning of the game, there's a lot of Barca C and Xavi C, Laporta no chance, and no real whistles towards that. But once we reached the end of the game, once it was 3-0, the stadium started chanting Xavi Hernandez. You could hear some whistles here and there. Then you hear those whistling fans start chanting Barca C, Laporta no. Then everyone else that was chanting Xavi's name are all whistling them. So there was division in the stadium, which, doesn't bode well. But if I'm Laporta and I'm sitting there about to sack Xavi and the whole stadium is chanting his name, and they've just won 3-0. They've won the past 3 games without conceding a goal and scoring 9 goals and getting 9 points out of 9. I'm really going to sack him over one little comment before the Almeria game. Baffles my mind. Again, Xavi before the game has been saying that, look, he has no news. Again, he slept like a baby last night. He's looking forward and very excited for next season. After the game as well, he shook all the players' hands, shook the opponent coach, and he went right in the tunnel. He didn't even acknowledge the Montjuic either, nothing like that. I think even when they were chanting his name, he usually gives him a clap. He usually faces the Golden Nord, the chanting section, and gives him a clap. He didn't do that today, so apparently his agent was at the game as well. So a lot of, banana skin moments happening here. And of course, finally we have we've seen some visuals of Deco at the game as well. He was at the game last night against Barca Athletic, but he wasn't here for the past few days. He was dealing with apparently some personal problems in Portugal. What those problems are, I have no idea, but he was at the game today. So again, we'll wait and see how things turn out in that regards. I think hopefully we can get the decision by before the next game against Sevilla at the Ramos Sanchez Pizjuan, which, by the way, is going to be one brutal game. I'll tell you that right now. But we don't need to win, so that's the most important thing. We've got second place. That's all that matters, in my opinion. I think Girona did end up beating Valencia, but it does not matter now. We have secured 100% mathematically second place. We can go into that game with no worries whatsoever. So wait and see. I think the future of Barcelona as a team will be decided in the next, I would say, 48 to 72 hours. They cannot really drag this on much longer. Of course, Xavi will have a press conference on Saturday. So hopefully everything is resolved before that moment, because if we go into another press conference without knowing his future, bloody hell, it's going to be all over the place. But I'll try to keep you guys updated with the uploads on the decisions that's going to be taking place over the next few days. But that's all we're waiting for now at this point, and hopefully the summer planning can resume to what we've been doing over the past 3 weeks. Hopefully that doesn't all get chucked out the window. Tuchel's now available. The Zerbi's been leaving Brighton. You have Flick still on the market. You have Rafa Marquez. Diego Motta's looking like he's going to leave Bologna. So in terms of replacements, we'll talk about that moment when the decision is official, because it's not really official. Even though everyone in the media is saying that, yeah, Laporta's going to sack Xavi 100%, but, sacking Xavi is going to cost you 20 million. Why spend that 20 million on sacking Xavi when you can? And by the way, I do hope that Xavi requests that he gets the money. If Xavi gets up the money, I'll be disappointed. I want him to sit there and say, you're going to sack me? Pay out me and my brothers and my cousins. Yeah, we have a contract, so you got to pay us out, because we're not leaving. And I hope that's the case, because Laporta spending 20 million to sack Xavi would be a catastrophic decision. So we'll talk about that when that situation happens. But we'll see on this future of Xavi. But overall in this game, I would say, it's a good performance overall. If we're getting to logistics, it's definitely a mid to poor performance. But in the sense of my objective was to go out there, get 3 points, and get the hell out of there. They've done that, and I would say they've done so in emphatic fashion. Again, 3 clean sheets in a row, 9 goals scored in the past week, 9 points as well. Playing, Monday, Thursday, Sunday is brutal, lads. It is absolutely killer, especially for these players, especially for Xavi as well, playing a lot of these players, starting these players in majority of games, for example, like Lamine Yamal. So that is brutal to do that. And they've done so as well, coming off the back of a huge defeat against Girona as well. So credit to the players. They've, gotten the job done over the past week. They've been taking a lot of, pelters lately, especially from me. But this week, I will give them credit for, getting 3 big wins and 3 difficult matches, I would say for sure. Away at Almeria, never know. Home to Sociedad. This one on paper looks easy, but the team itself has done alright against Barcelona recently. So this is a lot of the players' first time beating Rayo Vallecano as well. So again, I'm pretty happy. I wouldn't say I'm over the moon or ecstatic or, gas. I would just say, I'm content with what's happening. Again, second place is secured, and that's the most important thing. Of course, in the comments down below, let me know your thoughts on the performance, your player ratings as well, your manager rating for Xavi. I would say most of the players they probably get a 6 out of 10. I'd probably give Lewandowski a 7. I thought he played, above average for sure, alongside Pedri as well. No one else really impressed me per se. I think everyone kind of displayed it at the level that I did expect from them. Of course, Lamine Yamal was magical yet again in this game. Fermin Lopez, big quiet for his standard, didn't really get on the ball too much. But apart from that, I think everyone else was pretty much an average. But again, leave me all your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.
Barcelona.